Hi everyone, we're going to recap on today's blues lesson that we did. Remember, there was basically 4 arrangements, but the 4th was for the bass guitar, so we're going to do 3 of them, exercises 1, 2 and 4 on your PDF file, which I hope you got printed out in front of you, or if you got it on your phone or whatever method. And we're going to revise the basic riff. We're going to look at the lead riff. We're going to look at some chords. And we're going to see how we can put everything together end of the day to make it sound pretty cool, so that everybody gets to play something and the greater combination sounds cool. Now I'm going to start off with exercise 1 under A rhythm, the top left hand corner. Everything's in blue like we said. And we're starting at fret number 2. You can see my first finger tapping on fret number 2 there on the 4th string from the bottom. So very important, just to recap for the new players. 1, 2, 3, 4th string. We always count from the bottom, and the numbers like that 0, 2 that you're seeing in the top corner of your A rhythm exercise 1. The 0 means you're playing the 5th string open. You can see my pick striking it there. And the 2 means the fretted fret number 2, where the first finger's on that note. And because the 0 and 2 are vertical on top of each other, it means we play them at the same time like this. So you can hear 2 notes. Be careful you don't do 3, so this will be bad. That's what happens if you strike too many. And also be careful not to strike the top. Okay, so very specific, nice and accurate. Strings 5 and 4. And if you look at the PDF again, you'll see 0, 2, followed by another 0, 2, and there's a tiny gap. The tiny gap is a timing gap. Just like that. After that, you go to 0, 4. Now, the 4th fret, you can see my ring finger tapping there, is going to be on fret 4. Also the 4th string. So basically, finger 1 and 3 are on the same string. Very, very important that. And you'll notice when I play the 4, I haven't lifted him up. The first finger is going to stay put. And back to the PDF, it says 4 and then 4 again. So that's going to sound like this. So if you combine the 2, 2 and the 4, 4, if you combine them, it's going to sound like this. 2, 2, 4, 4. Simple as that. One more time with me. 2 and 3 and 4 and 2, 2, 4, 4. And that's the first half. All that happens is you do it again. So it's going to go 2, 2, 4, 4, 2, 2, 4, 4. And that's one bar of the basic A rhythm that you just played over there. Okay, play through with me, but this time 4 times in a row. And the reason why we're saying 4 times in a row is because if you look at the bottom of the page, you'll see in blue it says A times 4. So it's going to sound like this. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and second time 3 and 4 and third time 2 and 4 and 4th time 2 and 3 and 4 and then we go to the D rhythm. Now remember we said in class as well that everything unfortunately is sort of upside down, so the top of the page is sort of the bottom of the guitar and the bottom of the page is the top of the guitar. So when your 0, 2 goes from those strings up on the page, on the lines, you're actually going down on your guitar. So here's the blue. If I go to the red, you can see now everything shifts 1 string down. And then I'll put the 2 together and you can see my strumming hand goes from string 5 to string 4 as it transitions, as it changes over. Let's try that. I'm going to do 1 A, 1 blue and 1 red just to get the feel. 2 and 3 and 4 and... Simple as that. Now effectively we need 2 reds as well, 2 D rhythms. Very important here is the color coding. Everything that has to do with A I've done in blue just for convenience, so we can see where the A's are lying. And it's not A like normal A. It's basically what we call a riff or a lick implying the chord A. Now, this section over here wasn't meant only for the beginner or only for the advanced. It's meant for something that all of us can learn from. So if you're new to guitar, try the next part. Maybe you get it right, maybe it helps a lot. If you're really playing quite well, try the rhythm I just did. You can actually add an extra bit of a change. You can even put the pinky. Watch this for the bit more advanced players. Instead of going 2, 2, 4, 4, 2, 2, 4, try this. 2, 2, 4, 4, 5. Also sounds quite cool. And if you want to get fancy, you can do this. Little slide. So there's a lot of things we can grow from here, but let's not digress or diverse too far from this. I want to go to guitar riff number 2 now, the lead section. Okay, now it's going to sound like this, and if you put a little bit of overdrive on it, back pickup, you get this. Sounds quite cool. Okay, now I'm going to break it down just to remind you or to revise what's actually happening, and for the guys that are still new to guitar, try this as well. It's actually a really cool finger exercise. And we start with finger 1 now. My fingers are numbered, you can see the numbers there. I mean fret number 5, you can see there, fret 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm on the bottom 2 strings, and if you look at the tab on your PDF, you'll see it says exercise 2, A riff, and there's 2 5s vertical. That's one of them, okay? Well, it's 2 5s together. Then you see 2 5s again, so you play it again. So it's nice and easy. You simply start with like that. Listen for the pause. So here's no pause. This is with a pause. They both sound cool. Make it your own. Next up, 7, 5, 6. Now the 7, 5, 6, what's my finger notation? It all takes place on the 3rd string from the bottom. 1, 2, 3. Fret 7, ring finger. Fret 5, first finger. Fret 6, middle finger. So one more time. 7, 5, 6, and then you end off with another 7, but again on a different string. And as we said earlier, remember, everything that's on the bottom of the page is the top of the guitar, top of the page, bottom of the guitar. So you must just think, flip it over from the page to your guitar and your home dry. The combination up front and personal is going to be something like this. Here's your double 5. We got that. Okay, one more time. I'm going to count to 4, and then I'd like you to play it through with me slow motion 4 times. 2 and 3 and 4 and... We got that. When you look at guitar riff 2, and we go to the red, which is happening next, you'll notice there's going to go to 10s all the way up here. And all that happens is everything you did here, you do from fret 10. Nothing has changed. It's the same formation, same structure, the same finger sequence. So whereas exercise 1 shifted from the 5th string to the 4th string, remember exercise 1, 2, 3, 4, and it went down 1, and back. So what we're trying to say here, everything in exercise 1 simply changed strings. We cool with that? Exercise 2, everything changes frets. So just to revise that, exercise 1, same frets, different strings. You can see the numbers are the same if you look at the blue, red and green of exercise 1. And if you go to exercise 2, you'll notice when you go from the blue to the red, everything is 5 frets higher. And if you look at the E riff, it's 2 more frets up to fret 12. So, sounds like that. Now, for those that have got electric guitars, try a bit of distortion. Sounds pretty sweet. Get something like this. And for those that know the minor pentatonic scale, we can later get fancy like this. But that's for another day. Just to let you know, we can go somewhere with this. It'll be building blocks. The purpose of this video is just to make sure we got those building blocks in position. And lastly, we're looking at the chords, the A7th. Now, A7th is a funny one. We can play it like this, fingers 1 and 2. You can see it nice and close there. You can use fingers 1 and 3 if you want to. And my personal favorite 2 and 3. You can see everything's taking place nicely in the 2nd fret. See it over there. Cool. It should sound like this. Now, the rhythm pattern that I wrote down for you on the pages should sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And if you counting out loud, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now, once more, I said it at the beginning of the video, very important to watch the structure, in other words, the sequence. What do I play? How many times do I play it? And for where do I go next? A is going to be 4 times. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Off to red D7. Back to A7. E7. D7, A7 and E7. Obviously the speed is not important, so by all means take it slowly. Remember we said as well today with blues, there's no sort of fixed speed. If you got that Monday morning vibe and it's maths test, you had a bad day, your coffee was cold, you go. And when you got a long weekend coming up and it's Thursday, okay, so the point over here is no speed restrictions. Play it as quick or as slow as you're comfortable with. Okay. Now to finally sound off with this over here, just in a D7 chord, finger 1 must go here, finger 2 here, finger 3 there. If you're not sure of the chords, please drop me a WhatsApp and show me what you're doing and I can help you write. Please, if you let me know what's going wrong, I can help you. And E7, 3rd string, 5th string, looking like that for E7. Now, once you've got this done, this is more for the advanced players now, we can actually combine them. And when we say combine, is you can say, well, let's start with this. And there you can see I was actually doing a combination of the exercise 1 and then into exercise 2. And what's quite cool is a little slide. What's the slide here? You hear that there? So I'm actually using my first finger, which is over here for the riff, over there for the riff, and I'll drop it down and slide into my riff. There's little things like this we can add into it. So I want to think creative. When it comes to blues, I don't want us to write down note for note, I must play this, then you play that, and we go here, and we go there. The whole trick with blues is improvisation. Have fun with it, make it your own. So your end result could be something like this if I put the chords in as well. And just basically improv that. I didn't specifically pre-plan it, I just went as I sort of felt at the time. But there is one thing. We did 4 A's, 2 D's, 2 A's, and then 1 E, 1 D, 1 A, 1 E, as written at the bottom of the PDF under the progression or the sequence. That is very, very important because that is what we call a basic 12-bar structure. And guys, before I say goodbye, please, if there's any questions, if you're not sure of something, drop me a WhatsApp, show me what you've done, send me a video. I can see what you've done, that I can help us move faster. I know sometimes in a group of 4, it can be quite tricky to give everybody attention. So please, let me know I can help you. And just quickly to sound off, here's that A minor pentatonic, fret 5, if you want to learn it. For those that don't know it, fret 5, 8, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 8, 5, 8. One more time through without me calling it out. And back. And then just to finish off before I run about 15 seconds that YouTube won't let me go further, check this out. Have an awesome week. Take care. Thank you.